I just spent an unforgettable 14 days traveling through South Korea. The aim of this trip was to experience the very best the country had to offer. From the vibrant and busy capital of Seoul to the coastal charms of Busan with its sandy beaches and lively markets. And finally, Jeju Island, known for its breathtaking natural scenery. If you're planning to do a similar trip or in search of some inspiration, then join me on this incredible journey through the heart of South Korea. Here's how to spend 14 days in South Korea. Here's a quick overview of the trip. We begin with 6 days in Seoul, diving into the heart of the capital, exploring its dynamic districts like Myeongdong, Hongdae, and Gangnam, visiting iconic landmarks such as Gyeongbokgung Palace and Seoul Tower, while indulging in its vibrant culinary scene. Next, we head south to Busan. We take in the coastal scenery and stroll along the sandy beaches of Haeundae and Gwangalli. We visit a cliffside temple and wander through a historic village and explore the busy markets. And finally, we wrap things up on Jeju Island, renting a car and setting off on a scenic drive around its lush landscapes. From waterfalls to volcanic craters, we discover the island's natural wonders at our own pace, enjoying a slow rhythm of travel. Before we begin, let's get the basics out of the way. The best season to visit South Korea is either autumn or spring, as the weather conditions are milder during this time. You want to avoid the summer months since the country is notorious for its hot and humid weather. Winter can be an option to avoid the crowds, but the temperatures can be freezing. South Korea boasts an extensive public transportation system, making it simple to navigate through the entire country. During our journey, we'll mostly use a combination of trains and buses to get in and around the cities. For this, the T-Money travel card will be our key to the country. It works similarly to other rechargeable transportation cards. It can even be used as a payment form at selected stores and vending machines. During our time in Korea, we also frequently use local taxis. Taxis in South Korea are relatively affordable. We mostly use them when traveling with large luggage. To get a hold on one, we use the Kakao Taxi app. It's fairly simple to use and especially useful if you don't speak Korean, since you can input the destination even before entering the taxi, saving yourself from some embarrassing attempts at speaking your broken Korean. Getting around on foot, we used a Naver map. It's similar to Google Maps, which unfortunately doesn't currently offer walking directions in Korea, but it does still show you your live GPS location. Naver Map has an English interface, but it can still be tricky at times to find specific locations, as the English translations of place names can be a bit hit and miss. My solution was to switch between Naver Map and Google Maps. I found it easier to search for locations in Google Maps first, then copy the place name or address in Korean and paste it into Naver Map to get directions. Here's a list of some essential apps you should consider using. The already mentioned Naver Map for navigation, Papago, a handy translation app you can use to communicate with locals or translate food menus or signs in Korean, Kakao Taxi, the best app to use when you need to get a taxi, and Cash Table, a popular dining reservation app that allows you to make reservations at many popular restaurants in South Korea. If you want a written version of all of this, then I'm glad to announce my 14 Days in South Korea travel guide is now available. This plus 280-page guide is based on my own journey through South Korea, covering Seoul, Busan, and Jeju Island. Inside, you'll find detailed insights on where to stay, how to get around, a travel budget, and much more. I've included over 200 hand-picked recommendations, covering activities, restaurants, and cafes, many of which aren't mentioned in this video. And best of all, each one comes with a Naver Map link to make navigation as easy as possible. I spent weeks putting this guide together to make it the most helpful resource for anyone planning a trip to South Korea. So if that's you, then consider checking it out. The guide is now available on my personal store. We begin in Seoul, a sprawling metropolis where ancient temples stand in the shadows of large skyscrapers. This city is a collision of past, present, and future. A place where tradition and innovation come together to create a dynamic cultural hub. You arrive in Seoul and stay in the popular area of Myeongdong. This area is famous for its shopping, Korean skincare, cosmetics, and its many street food stalls. Given its commercial appeal and central location, Myeongdong is arguably the best place to stay for first-time visitors. We opted to stay at the Lotte Hotel due to its prime location, which was located right next to the main shopping area of Myeongdong. On our first full day in Seoul, we kick things off with Itaewon. But first, a visit to the iconic In-Seoul Tower, also known as Namsan Tower. For 40 years, this towering landmark has stood as a symbol of Korea and a key tourist attraction in the city. To get up to the tower, most folks take the cable car, which is a quick and easy ride. If you're feeling adventurous, you could decide to hike up, which takes around 30 to 40 minutes. Just brace yourself for a lot of stairs. You also find hundreds, if not thousands, of love locks near the tower. Before leaving, we also decided to participate and bought our very own lock. We head down to Itaewon and visit Rain Report, a weather-themed cafe. The cafe serves up a variety of beverages and desserts in a sleek, modern setting. The interior is dominated by black design elements and multiple screens displaying rain scenes and weather forecasts, creating a newsroom-like atmosphere. And outside, you'll find a line of people gathering around to snap photos of the artificial rainfall display, which happens every 15 minutes. As for some personal favorites, the sesame latte is a must-try, and the black cloud cake was a dessert to die for. Post-coffee break, we make our way to the Leo Museum of Art. This museum is celebrated for its mix of traditional Korean and contemporary art. It comprises 3 distinct buildings, one for traditional Korean art, one for modern works, and a third dedicated to children's education.
하고 소리를 지르시면 됩니다. 색을 선택할 때에는 팔레트에서 여러 가지의 물감색을 보면서 이건 어떤 기능 같다.
For dinner, we dive headfirst into Korean barbecue at the Maple Tree House. This Korean barbecue restaurant offers a solid selection of meats with an upscale yet cozy atmosphere. Just order the classics and pair them with a couple of beers for a quintessential Korean barbecue experience. Afterwards, we make our way back to Myeongdong, where the streets are busy and lined up with street food stalls as far as the eye can see. You can either opt for browsing the many Korean skincare stores in the area, or if you got a little more room for a snack, then hit up the street food stalls. There's no shortage of tasty and creative snacks to try. Looking for more things to do? Then here's a short list. On day 2, we spent the entire day exploring Hongdae, named after the nearby Hongdae University. The area serves as a cultural entertainment hub, especially popular among students and young adults. You'll find plenty of affordable, trendy fashion shops, diverse street food offerings, and live street performances. First, we visit this unique urban park that offers a refreshing green space amidst the bustling city. It follows the path of a railway line, transforming what was once a railroad into a vibrant linear park. Next, we explore the main shopping street of Hongdae. You'll find plenty of clothing stores to explore, street food to sample, and and even a shooting range if you're up for testing your skills. However, arguably the main attraction of the area, aside from shopping, is the live street performances. At any given moment, the street comes alive as performers showcase everything from magic tricks to high-energy K-pop dance shows. There is never a dull moment in Hongdae. Next, we make a visit to Acorn Caricature. Here you'll find a friendly artist who will draw a cute caricature of you on a canvas. It's a quirky, heartfelt souvenir that perfectly captures the spirit of our time in Hongdae. If photos are more your thing, then head to this unique photo booth called Don't Look Up. It's a photo booth that allows you to take some interesting images from a unique top-down perspective.
You know what you mean to me? 갑작스럽게 날 찾아와서 혼자 있을 때 날 힘들었던 게 over the wall 너무 좋아서 I don't know I think I'm just going.
For a coffee break, we head to the cafe called Shin-i-doga, a picturesque cafe located inside a renovated Hanok. Whether you choose to sit inside or in the open courtyard, it's a delightful spot to relax, take a breather, or perhaps snap a few pictures. If you're a big Ghibli fan, then perhaps you would rather want to visit the Koriko Cafe, a charming and whimsical cafe themed after the beloved Studio Ghibli animated film Kiki's Delivery Service. If you're a fan of the film or any Ghibli movie, then this is a must visit. The cafe offers beverages and pastries inspired by the film, such as this iced Americano. There's also a small souvenir shop on the ground floor selling official Studio Ghibli merchandise. If you're hungry, then I recommend stopping by Oreno Ramen, a Michelin-awarded ramen shop. Get the restaurant's signature Tori Paitan ramen. It's a bowl of noodles with a deeply rich and flavorful creamy chicken base. It's honestly one of the best ramens I've ever tried, so I highly recommend swinging by if you got the chance.
Very good. Like pretty surprised. Usually you think ramen, you think Japan, but I honestly think they do a pretty decent effort here. It's really good.
For more things to do in Hongdae, consider the following. On day 3, we visit the Bukchon Hanok village. A charming historic district known for its well-preserved traditional Korean houses, also known as Hanoks, which dates back to the Joseon dynasty. Wandering through the narrow and winding alleyways of the Hanok village, visitors can experience a slice of Korea's past. Many of the beautifully restored Hanoks now serve as accommodations, cafes, tea houses, and small workshops. We make a quick stop at a New Balance sneaker shop, which is located inside yet another beautifully restored Hanok. After browsing a few items, I decided to pick up a new pair of shoes. After some exploring, it's time for a break. To stay in tune with the ongoing Hanok theme, we visit Onion Cafe, a popular cafe housed in a renovated Hanok. The cafe features an impressive selection of pastries and baked goods, all made in-house. We decided to pick up a couple of interesting items, along with their signature goods.
How is it? Good? Sweet.
After refueling, we make our way to Gyeongbokgung Palace, one of South Korea's most iconic and historically significant landmarks. Built in 1395 during the Joseon dynasty, it served as the main royal palace. The palace complex is vast, showcasing traditional Korean architecture, About 1/3 of the original 500 buildings have been restored, though many were lost or damaged during times of war. We were lucky enough to experience the palace after dark, which gave it an almost magical and mysterious vibe. The night event is usually held for a limited time during spring and autumn, so make sure to purchase your tickets in advance if you're interested in visiting. In the evening, I highly recommend strolling through the Hanok village once the crowds have thinned out. Looking for more things to do? Here's a short list. On day 4, we head to Gangnam. But before that, we grab some morning noodles at the famous Myeongdong Gwangjang. A Seoul staple since 1966, Myeongdong Gwangjang is famous for its hand-cut kalguksu noodles, served in a rich chicken broth. Do also make sure to order a round of their signature dumplings. After a satisfying meal, we head to Gangnam and start the day at the Bongwonsa Temple. The temple itself has undergone numerous renovations and reconstructions over the centuries. It's known for being a beautiful and quiet sanctuary amidst Seoul's busy Gangnam district. The highlight of the temple is the tall statue of the future Buddha, one of the tallest stone statues in the country. Next, we head to KTX Mall and visit the Starfield Library. Known for its design featuring towering bookshelves that reach up to 13 meters, the library houses approximately 50,000 books and 600 types of magazines, with numerous seating areas, from cozy nooks to communal tables. However, most tourists come here for the photos by the escalator. You'll find plenty of shopping opportunities at KTX, as well as the KTX Aquarium, which we also decided to visit. This impressive indoor oceanic world is home to over 40,000 marine creatures across roughly 650 species, displayed in 14 themed zones. Next, we head to Bukchon, an upscale neighborhood filled with flagship stores, designer boutiques, and luxury brands. Here are a few of the stores we visited. Itinerary, a streetwear brand with a cult following, blends bold designs with playful deconstructed aesthetics. Its flagship store in Bukchon is a visual treat and is more like an art exhibition than a retail store. It's worth coming by even if you don't plan to do any shopping. Tambourines is a Korean fragrance brand known for its minimalist aesthetics and artistic approach to scent. Blending high-quality ingredients with innovative design, the brand creates unique perfumes and hand care products. Gentle Monster is a Korean eyewear brand celebrated for its bold designs and immersive retail spaces. Instant Funk is a Seoul-born unisex, casual fashion label defined by its playful mix of vintage nostalgia and contemporary cool. Works Out is a high-end streetwear retailer. Housed in a striking 3-story building, it offers an expansive gallery-like space filled with over 40 curated brands. Located in the trendy Dosan Park area, Nudake offers a unique fusion of art and culinary innovation. As a concept cafe by Gentle Monster, it specializes in pastries that look almost too stunning to eat. Each dessert is a creative experiment, pushing the boundaries of what cakes and pastries can be. As evening arrives, we make our final stop of the day at the Banpo Bridge for the Rainbow Fountain Show. Known as the longest bridge fountain in the world, equipped with over 200 LED lights, the fountain creates a vibrant, colorful water display synchronized with music. The shows run multiple times a day, with each display lasting around 20 minutes. You'll also find many food stalls by the bridge, so it's the perfect place to hang out, grab a snack, while enjoying the scenery. On our fifth day, we head to Ikseongdong, a charming Hanok village. The morning started off with rain, which did give the area an interesting vibe. However, the weather quickly dried up. This charming labyrinth of narrow alleyways is a delightful mix of old and new. Traditional Hanok houses reimagined as small boutiques, cozy tea houses, and aesthetic cafes. It's the kind of place where you can lose track of time simply by wandering around and soaking in the atmosphere. As for a cafe recommendation, one standout is Seongsu, a beautiful Hanok-style cafe with a garden theme that almost feels like stepping into a Studio Ghibli film. Their most popular items are the traditional yakgwa desserts and their made-to-order soufflé castelle cake. For a different option, consider visiting the Soha Salt Pond Cafe, known for unique salt-infused baked goods. Their signature salt bread, a soft and fluffy bun with a subtle salty sweetness, has become a local favorite. Next, we walk down to the Gwangjang stream, an 11-kilometer-long restored waterway that flows through the heart of the city. This urban waterway is a testament to Seoul's dedication to green spaces. You can spot fish darting through the water and hop across stepping stones that connect the two sides of the stream. As we follow along the stream, we eventually reach Gwangjang Market, one of Seoul's oldest and largest traditional markets. It's the perfect place to dive into the vibrant culinary world of South Korea. The market is lined with food stalls and restaurants dishing out every imaginable Korean food. Lisa decided to try some mung bean pancakes, a crispy Korean savory pancakes made from ground mung beans and vegetables.
Mung bean pancakes. How is it? Do you like it?
We also decided to try these fish-shaped cakes that comes with different fillings like red bean paste and custard cream. We also couldn't resist the kalguksu from the renowned knife-cut noodle lady of Netflix fame, an unmissable experience for any food enthusiast. Observing her as she expertly hand-cuts the noodles for each bowl is just as memorable as tasting it. The bowl comes scorching hot, the broth is clear, rich in umami, and the noodles are thick and chewy. Nowadays, it's a very popular place, but I would say it's still worth experiencing if you're anywhere near Gwangjang Market. Next, we make our way to Dongdaemun Design Plaza. Dongdaemun Design Plaza, also known as DDP, is a multicultural complex and architectural landmark. It stands out for its futuristic design and multifunctional space. The complex supports and spreads the culture and development of design and fashion in South Korea. It hosts various cultural events, including exhibitions, fashion shows, and conferences. Not far from DDP, you'll find the Duta Mall, which beckons with its 8 floors of fashion and brand stores. open until midnight, is the perfect place for those late-night shopping urges, whether you're hunting for latest trends or just want to indulge in some retail therapy. For dinner, we return to Ikseongdong for a dinner reservation at Oncheonji, a shabu-shabu restaurant housed in a restored Hanok with a small open courtyard in the center. We ordered the Korean beef set for 2 and found the meal delicious. I personally enjoy these cook-it-yourself experiences as they remind me of dining at home with the family. For more things to do around the area, here's a short list. For our final day in Seoul, we spend the day in Seongsu, a vibrant up-and-coming neighborhood in Seoul. Often referred to as the Brooklyn of Seoul, Seongsu has transformed from a primarily industrial area into a trendy artistic district, blending its industrial heritage with modern and artistic flair. Our day kicks off with a bagel pilgrimage to Gwangalli Bagel, also known as Elephant Bagel. This 2-story gem is a haven for bagel lovers. On the ground floor, you can watch the staff whip up an impressive array of bagels, while the second floor offers plenty of seating spots. Whether you're in the mood for a classic or something more adventurous, there's a bagel here to match your craving. Seongsu is a treasure trove of unique shopping experiences. Here are the following standouts. Stanoil is a contemporary bag brand known for its sleek designs and everyday versatility. The Itinerary store in Seongsu is an extension of the brand's creative universe. Designed with Itinerary signature aesthetics, the store blurs the line between fashion and art. Balbal Vintage is a hidden gem for those who love timeless fashion with character. With a mix of rare finds and classic pieces, the store offers a unique selection of vintage clothing and accessories. EQL is a fashion concept store that brings together emerging designers, streetwear, and contemporary trends in a carefully curated space. The Dior store in Seongsu is a striking blend of luxury and innovation. Housed in a modern architectural masterpiece, the space reinterprets the brand's timeless elegance with a contemporary edge. For a quick coffee break, we visit Ode Bakery. This minimalist bakery cafe, housed in a standalone factory building, is renowned for its delectable pastries, which have become a favorite among the visitors. Next, we arrive at the Seoul Forest Park. This sprawling green space was once a water treatment facility, now transformed into a multi-purpose urban park. The park features lush walking paths, bike rentals, flower gardens, wildlife you can feed, and interactive art installations. Overall, it's a place that is both popular amongst families and couples. For our final meal in Seoul, we head to Myeongdong. Located in the back streets of Yongsan, Myeongdong has earned a cult following for its expertly grilled meats. The restaurant is best known for its boneless short ribs that undergoes a dry aging process, then first seared over traditional straw fire, with the ribs then brought to the table and grilled further on a hot iron lid. Every bite is rich, smoky, and deeply satisfying. Every meal is then finished off with the optional kimchi fried rice. Overall, an elevated take on Korean barbecue that still feels grounded in tradition. If you're looking for something different to do, then consider doing some hiking in Bukchon National Park. For example, the hike to Haeundae Peak. If hiking isn't your thing, then here are some different options. As our time in Seoul ends, we make the journey down south to Busan. Our journey to Busan starts from Seoul Station. we decided to take the KTX train to Busan. From Seoul, it takes a little over 2 hours to reach Busan. These areas are arguably the best place to stay while exploring Busan. The first being Seomyeon. Seomyeon is a busy downtown area, mostly known for its shopping, food, and nightlife. Thanks to its central location, it's arguably the best place to stay if you intend to explore the whole city. Next is Haeundae. Haeundae is Busan's most famous beach. Here you'll find 5-star hotels, soft sand, ocean views, and a lively atmosphere. It's a little further out, so you do need to factor in some travel time, but it's an excellent place to relax and get that essential Busan beach experience. Next to Haeundae, you'll find Gwangalli. Gwangalli is a popular seaside area, especially amongst locals. Famous for its stunning views of the Gwangan Bridge, it's less crowded than Haeundae, but just as pretty and full of life. It's slightly closer to the central part of the city, but not by much. And finally, we have Nampo. Nampodong is the old downtown area of Busan. Here you'll find many traditional markets, street food, and of course the famous Gwangalli fish market. It's the place to stay if you want to experience a bit of the old side of Busan. For our time in Busan, we decided to stay in Gwangalli. We stayed at this lovely accommodation, which provided an amazing view of the nearby bridge. The place had more than enough room for the both of us and can easily fit a group of people. The space overall was tastefully decorated. It featured a bath in the living space and a fully functioning kitchen. We really enjoyed staying in, just relaxing and taking in the beautiful night view of the lit-up Gwangan Bridge. On our first day in Busan, we head to Nampodong and visited the famous Gwangalli market, one of Korea's largest and most famous seafood markets. Gwangalli is regarded as the beating heart of the city's seafood scene. Walking through the market, you're enveloped in a sensory overload of sights, sounds, and smells. This isn't simply just a market, it's a testament to the city's resilience and deep connection to the sea.
Alright, so we are in Gwangalli market. We just spent half an hour walking around downstairs where you see all of these different fish vendors. And then after just checking things out, we started upstairs where you can find the restaurants. And this is where you can just go in and order through like a normal menu basically. But you could also go downstairs and buy the fish and then bring it up and have these different restaurants cook it for you. Now, if you do that, obviously it's cost a little bit extra to prepare the food, etc. But if you don't know what you want and you don't know like how the dish is gonna come out, I recommend just going up to the second floor. That's where all the restaurants are. You see a menu, you can pick out what you want, and it's a little bit cheaper. But of course, you don't get that experience of picking the individual fish or shellfish that you want. But me and Lisa just decided to head up and just look at the menu and pick out whatever we felt like for them. We just want to taste a little bit of everything, a little bit of clams, a little bit of fish. Lisa's been dying to try a seafood pancake, so let's check it out. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Yes.
We also ordered some sashimi and a couple of shellfish.
Gotta be good.
After Gwangalli, we made our way to the nearby Biff Square, the beating heart of the Busan International Film Festival. Named in 1996, this area isn't just about cinema, it's also a street food haven. The streets are lined with vendors offering every kind of Korean street food imaginable. As we venture deeper into the old town, we found ourselves at Gukje Market. Gukje means international and was set up by post-Korean War refugees selling smuggled and imported goods, which laid the foundations for the current Gukje Market. You'll find everything from street food, machinery tools, to kitchenware. Not far from Gukje, we make our way to the Busan Tower. Built in 1973 as a symbol for Busan's future development and prosperity, the tower rises 120 meters above the nearby park. Here you'll find locals engaging in games of Korean chess and Go. For dinner, we decided to get some pizza near our accommodations and visited the Seoul Tap House. It was great to have a little break from all the Korean food, and the pizzas here were honestly great. They were so good that we actually ordered takeaway on one of the separate nights here. After dinner, we head down to Gwangalli beach and find this very interesting slow mailbox. Essentially, you can write a letter and have it arrive in about a year's time. I found it to be a quirky little activity, and it was free of charge, so why not write one? Afterwards, we spent the rest of the evening enjoying the view of the Gwangan Bridge, both from the beach and from our accommodation. For more things to do, check out the following. For our second day in Busan, we booked tickets for the Haeundae Blue Line Sky Capsules. This 30-minute journey, drifting from Mipo to Cheongsepo at about 10 meters above the ground, offers views of the ocean and the coastal landscapes. It's the type of unique experience that makes you fall in love with Busan. We get off at the Cheongsepo station and make our way to the nearby observatory. However, it was too windy when we were there, so they had to close off access to it. We continued by strolling along the coastal road until we found ourselves at this seafood restaurant. We ordered a set of abalone ramyeon, a dish that perfectly marries the briny freshness of the sea with the comforting warmth of the spicy noodle soup. As we head back to Cheongsepo Station, we caught a glimpse of the Haeundae Blue Line train as it crosses the street. It's a rather popular spot for photos thanks to social media. Instead of hopping back on the train to Mipo, we opted for the scenic route, following the Moontan Road. Moontan translates to Moonlight Walk, and it's a trail where visitors can enjoy the full glow of the moonlight as they walk at night. During the day, however, you're provided with views of the passing sky capsules and the ocean. It's a very easy trail to do, so I highly recommend it if you're up for the walk. We make our way to Haeundae Beach, arguably the most famous stretch of sand in Busan. We take a moment to soak in the beach scenery and watch as the sun sets over the horizon, casting a golden glow over the area. Before leaving, we stopped at the Tiger Gelatok, a place that serves rice cakes filled with Italian gelato. This gelato comes in a box with 6 different flavors, perfect for a family but a bit much just for the 2 of us. No worries though, we stashed the extras in our freezer for another time. here are more things to do in the area. The next morning, we head to the Haeundae Yonggungsa Temple, also known as the Dragon Palace. It's a stunning seaside Buddhist temple perched on rocky cliffs right above the sea. What makes the temple unique is its rare coastal location, as most Korean temples are located near mountains. Next, we take the bus back, heading towards Gwangalli, but make a stop at the Museum 1. It's a media art museum established in 2019. Inside, you'll find around 100 contemporary artworks, from media installations and video art by 21 leading Korean and international artists. We make our way back to Gwangalli Beach, just in time to see the bridge light up. If you happen to visit Gwangalli on a weekend, then keep an eye out for the weekly drone show display held every Saturday at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. It's a modern spectacle against the night sky, adding a touch of magic to the beach experience. Here are a few more things to do around the area. For our final day in Busan, we head to the Gamcheon Cultural Village. This colorful village is perched on a steep hillside. It's a vibrant splash of color and life, which stands in stark contrast to the bleak past of the village. Gamcheon was originally settled by war refugees from across the country, but in 2009, students, artists, and residents decorated the village, transforming the village into what it is today. We visit this cafe for some drinks, but primarily for the panoramic view of the village. While exploring, we stumble upon a photo flip book store. It's a quirky little shop where you can create your own photo flip book. You'll find a selection of props you can use, and the staff is incredibly helpful, offering tips and guidance on poses and what to do. Not only does this make for a fantastic souvenir, but it's also a unique and fun experience that I wholeheartedly recommend. Afterwards, we make a stop at this bakery for a quick snack. Arguably the most famous spot in the village, the Stairs to See the Stars, is a steep 148-step staircase. It was used by villagers returning home from the market who jokingly proclaimed it was so exhausting you'd see stars by the time you reached the top. We leave the village behind and make our way to Seomyeon. We start by exploring the Jeonpo Cafe Street, a paradise for cafe enthusiasts with stylish and aesthetic cafes on nearly every corner. Next, we decided to test our skills and visited the Running Man experience in Busan. It's an interactive game attraction inspired by the popular Korean variety show Running Man. Test yourself with a series of games and challenges straight out of the TV show, and for those with a competitive streak, there's a leaderboard to conquer and various difficulty levels to tackle. Initially, I thought it might be a bit gimmicky, but it turned out to be one of my favorite experiences in Busan. If you're a fan of the show, then this is an absolute must visit. After burning off some calories, we were starting to get hungry, so in search for dinner, we head down to the Pojangmacha street. You'll find rows of glowing orange tents serving up Busan's boldest street food, from spicy tteokbokki and grilled eel to soju-fueled conversations with locals. This is where you'll get a glimpse of the very soul of Busan. Another gem I want to mention is Gijang Son Kalguksu, a popular no-frills, hole-in-the-wall noodle shop where you can even witness the noodles being hand-pulled just right outside. The start of the show is their Son Kalguksu, thick, chewy noodles swimming in a rich anchovy-based broth. We finished the evening by exploring the lively Seomyeon. For more things to do in Busan, consider the following. After ending our time in Busan, we head to the airport to catch a direct flight to Jeju Island. Jeju Island is a place of raw, untamed beauty with deep cultural roots. It's a place where you can get lost in the breathtaking beauty of nature and then reconnect with the intricate weave of local traditions. Compared to Seoul and Busan, this volcanic island feels like stepping into a different world, a world that moves at its own pace. We arrive at the airport and immediately pick up a rental car. We opted for an EV, the Hyundai Ioniq 5. It served us well during our Jeju adventures. When renting a car in Jeju Island, there's a couple of things to be aware of. I highly recommend booking your car in advance to lock in these cheaper rates. Most cars come with built-in GPS with integration with Naver Map. Gas-driven cars are usually much cheaper than EVs, but if you decide to go with an EV, then you'll find plenty of charging stations around the island, and depending on the rental company, they might even provide you with a charging card that you could use to charge your EV free of charge. Driving on Jeju Island is relatively easy compared to the major cities such as Seoul and Busan, but here are a couple of tips. There are strict speed limits on the island with plenty of hidden speed cameras, so be sure to pay attention. Right turns on red are allowed in Jeju Island, which was something I needed to get used to. Traffic is generally light outside of Jeju City, which makes driving on the island manageable even for beginners. Overall, driving on Jeju Island is pretty easy and straightforward. It's also the best way to explore since public transportation on the island is limited. We decided to stay in Jeju City and booked a room at the Grand Hyatt Jeju. This 5-star hotel comes with all the luxury amenities you'd expect. A major plus for us was the EV charging stations down at the parking basement, which made it easy for us to charge our rental car overnight. Depending on your room, you might even catch a view of the airplanes gliding in towards the nearby airport. We decided to head down to Totudong, the Rainbow Coastal Road. It's a vibrant, colorful coastal road known for its rainbow color wall and ocean views. Local residents had long expressed their desire to liven up the plain protected walls along the coastal road, which was initially installed to prevent cars from skidding off the edge. What began as a safety measure evolved into a colorful landmark of Jeju Island. Not too far from Totudong, we stumbled upon a pair of red and white horse-shaped lighthouses standing proudly at the edge of a port. Next, we head to the Abebe Bakery. Here you'll find these cream-filled donuts, which comes in different flavors and toppings. Having difficulty in deciding on what to get, we end up buying a whole box, saving the rest for later. In the evening, we made our way to Dongmun Market. Dongmun has been the heartbeat of Jeju's local food scene since 1945, and as soon as you step inside, you understand why. The narrow alleys are packed with vendors, enticing you with sizzling street food. The smells are overwhelming in the best way possible. There's no escaping the pull of it. It's also in the market where we find the young handsome men lobsters, where eligible young bachelors charm you with K-pop dance moves while serving up grilled lobster.
Like your regular lobster. Not anything special, but I'm out there for the show. The show was awesome. The guy showed a lot of showmanship. 5 out of 10 for the lobster and 10 out of 10 for the showmanship. Of course, after some food, we're topping it up with some local halabong tangerine juice, freshly extracted from the shop right over here.
On our second day in Jeju, we made our way to the eastern side of the island to visit Songsan Ilchulbong, also known as Sunrise Peak. It's a 5,000-year-old volcanic crater that rises dramatically from the sea. It's famous for its view of the sunrise, which is why so many people wake up at an ungodly hour to make the climb. We didn't quite manage that, and honestly, I kinda wish we had. And the hike to the summit? A short incline of just 20 to 30 minutes. We make our way down to meet the legendary Haeundae, Jeju's famous sea women. These incredible women have been diving without breathing equipment for centuries, harvesting seafood straight from the ocean floor. For these women, this isn't just a job, it's a way of life. There's a daily show that's part singing and part dancing, but don't expect too much from it. Afterward, the women dive into the sea, and you can actually buy whatever they catch and have it prepared for you at a nearby restaurant. Next, we make a quick stop at the Gwangalli beach. Known for its expansive tidal flats, black volcanic rocks, and the view of Songsan Ilchulbong. During low tide, the beach reveals moss-covered rocks and shallow tidal pools, hosting small creatures like tiny crabs, snails, and shellfish. In need for some caffeine, we stopped by Cafe Orn. This place has the kind of minimalist, sleek design you expect to find in a trendy city, not on a coast of a volcanic island. But that's the beauty of Jeju. The cafe's sharp lines and modern architecture blends perfectly with the rugged coastline outside, a perfect stop after a morning of hiking and exploring. For a nearby optional activity, Bunga de Lumière is a former military bunker that has been turned into a digital art museum. Inside, you'll find high-definition projections of famous artworks. However, I would recommend spending your time at the Snoopy Garden. It's amusing in all the right ways, like stepping into the mind of Charles Schulz himself, where Snoopy, Charlie Brown, and the rest of the gang live out their endless existential crisis against a backdrop of colorful exhibits. The garden is beautifully themed, and the whole atmosphere is surprisingly charming. I'll admit, I'm not the biggest Snoopy fan, but even I found the whole thing amusing. So if you are a die-hard Snoopy fan, then let me be blunt, you need to visit. To finish the day, we make our way to Seopji-Kuji. Famous for featuring in several Korean dramas, it's a stunning stretch of coastline where volcanic rock formations meet the deep blue waters of the East China Sea. A highlight of the area is the lighthouse that sits at the top of a hill. Climbing up to it rewards you with an unbeatable view of the nearby coastline. On our third day in Jeju, we start by visiting the Haeundae Park. Known for its seasonal flower displays, visitors can experience the varied flower seasons of Jeju Island. During autumn, you can expect to see the pink muhly grass gardens. While in spring, hydrangeas dominate the landscape. There's even a small pig farm experience. It's part of the mini animal farm within the park. Here you can interact with and feed the black Jeju pigs. It's time for some waterfalls. The first being the Jongpang waterfall. It's one of the few waterfalls in the world where the water tumbles directly into the sea. Later, we found ourselves at the Cheonjeon waterfall. arguably the most famous waterfall in Jeju Island. Next, we visit Haeundae, a volcanic sea stack rising about 20 meters from the southern coast of Jeju. Its name literally means lonely rock. Next up was Gamcheon, a tangerine-themed cafe and orchid. The cafe sits beside a tangerine orchid run by a family for generations. During autumn and winter, you can pick your own tangerines, tools, baskets, and weighing included. At the small cafe, you can sip on house favorites like the fresh halabong juice and taste desserts such as the tangerine mousse cake. For dinner, we decided to dine in and order some room service. We begin our final day in Jeju by visiting the Arte Museum, arguably the most impressive digital art museum I've come across during this trip. The digital art displays are both unique and visually impressive. The museum features a variety of exhibitions that aims to transport you into visually stunning realms. Next, we head to Seoul, a cafe house in an abandoned hotel resort. It features a large interior space with plenty of seating and a large variety of baked goods and beverages. The cafe also features an outdoor area which is full of pink muley grass, creating the perfect backdrop for some photos and video. We also make a quick stop by the Lonely Tree, not too far from the cafe. We then head to the Osolok Tea Museum, a small museum dedicated to the rich history of Korean tea. There's also a large outdoor space which features a beautiful green tea field.
It's a big parade, yeah, masquerade, charade. Big old mess I made, oh yes I did.
Within the museum grounds, you can find an Innisfree store, a well-known Korean skincare brand. There's also a cafe where you can sample Osolok's various teas and tea-flavored desserts. And finally, we spend our remaining time at the Sinchang Windmill Coastal Road, a scenic coastal path known for its stunning coastal views and iconic windmills. The coastal road is known for its spectacular sunsets. As the sun dips below the horizon, the sky transforms into a canvas of vibrant colors. Many flock to this spot in the evening to capture the stunning views. We personally found it to be the perfect way to end our time in Jeju. If you want a more exciting or fun way to finish your time in Jeju, then consider spending the day at the 981 Park, Korea's first ever non-motorized racing theme park that offers visitors the chance to experience gravity racing, which allows you to race in go-karts with the help of gravity. For more things to do in Jeju, check out the following. Before wrapping things up, let's quickly break down the budget for this trip. Our flights from Copenhagen to South Korea, including domestic flights to and from Jeju Island, came to around $1,925. Accommodation costs total about $2,246, but this can be brought down if you offer more budget-friendly stays. In total, the trip cost us approximately $5,521 for 2 people. Alright, so that was how to spend 14 days in South Korea. Yet again, if you want a written version of all this, be sure to check out my South Korea travel guide, where I go into much more details about the trip, including activities, cafes, and restaurants that didn't make it into this video. It's designed to help you get the most out of your time in South Korea, and if you'd like to support me and the channel directly, grabbing a copy of the guide is the best way to do it. Overall, I had an incredible time in South Korea, and I hope this video inspires you to take your very own trip. This is Allan, safe travels out there, and I'll see you guys soon.